Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Today, we are going to talk about you are hurt at a business. What are the next steps? So before we get there, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to follow us along here on this journey where I will help make sure you understand how to, number one, protect yourself so you don't get hurt in a way that is not your fault. And number two, if you do, you'll know how to protect your personal injury case. So, hurt at a business, do you need to sue? What does that process look like? So, let's say that you were walking through a 7-Eleven and you slipped on a grape on the floor. These things happen. And when you are hurt at a business, it is the duty of a business to protect that location for people that are walking through. I mean, think about it. In terms of the way that the law qualifies you as a patron walking in a business is something called a business invitee. There is a higher standard on a business invitee of safety that is required. I mean, think about it. You're walking in there, you have a reasonable expectation that you won't slip or trip on something unreasonable. And if that grape was sitting in the aisle and you fell and you broke your arm and it was there for some time, maybe 45 minutes, then, you have a personal injury case. The reason why you have a personal injury case and what the process looks like is because a business has a duty to people walking through their business to make sure that it is reasonably safe and taken care of. If it is not, then you have a personal injury case against them. The reason why we have this standard, and it is a higher standard on businesses, is because you are there to pay them. They then owe you in return a safe place to walk around. If there are things you don't expect that either fall on you from the shelves or on the ground that make you slip or trip and fall, and you get banged up because of it, that's not your fault. That's their fault. And guess who's going to be held accountable for it? Their insurance company. That is something that's really important to understand. So, do you need to sue? Really, it doesn't come down to whether the business wants to pay you for your injuries or not. What it comes down to is the insurance company who represents that business going to pay you fairly? If they are not, yes, we will sue. The only way that lawyers should sue is if that insurance company is being unreasonable. So if you got hurt and your lawyer, hopefully me, reaches out to that insurance company and says, hey, Jim got hurt last week. He slipped on a grape. That grape was sitting there for 45 minutes. We already have the video evidence to prove it. And they say, you know what? Go pound sand. That doesn't really fly. If they are being unreasonable, and your case is worth a specific amount of money, let's say that case was worth $100,000, according to a jury in, let's say, Philadelphia County, and let's say that they offer you $2,000 for a period, let's say, 10 months in a row. $2,000, that's all we're offering on your broken arm and your broken elbow case. $2,000, that's all we're gonna give you. Well, if they're being unreasonable, then that means we gotta take that case to trial and sue them. But I want to make something really clear. When you sue a business, you aren't suing the owner of the business. You aren't suing the business itself. You're suing their insurance company. So unless there's some sort of mega conglomerate like a Lowe's or something like that, where they have their own insurance company, if it's mom and pop shop, they're going to have insurance. All businesses must have insurance in order to allow for people to walk through there. So if they don't have insurance, then guess what? You're likely not going to have much to recover from, because if that's a business that doesn't have insurance, it's probably one that even if you sued them personally, they're not going to be able to pay you anyway. So if you're hurt at a business, do you need to sue? The answer is only if the insurance company that represents that business is unreasonable. It is advantageous to have your case settled before, but the thing is, insurance companies are unreasonable. If they were reasonable, I know I repeat this all the time in my videos, they would put me out of work. It is ridiculous how much we have to sue people, and by people, I mean insurance companies, to just get you what you deserve. The process looks like, first, if you get hurt, you want to tell any store clerk or person working there about what happened. They will write an incident report. The next step is go get yourself taken care of. If you are hurt to even ask for help and you need an ambulance, you got to call for help and call for ambulance. The rest of the case will take care of itself. But if you break your arm or if you break your wrist and you still are kind of with it, just ask the store clerk, hey, can you just write up an incident report about the situation so that I can have something that I understand what's going on with what happened here. Some companies like Walmart, they won't give you that incident report. That's okay. Guess what? As a lawyer, I can go get that for you later. So don't stress about that part. But in terms of the process, you got to set it up from an investigation standpoint immediately. And the way to do that is ask for help, ask for an incident report, and then hire a lawyer really quickly. The reason why you should do it really quickly is because if you don't, and let's say that there's video evidence of you falling and it would prove your case. If that video deletes on a loop, for example, every 10 days, the video deletes itself, and we didn't send what's called a spoliation letter on your behalf saying, do not delete this video, preserve any evidence, then guess what? You're shit out of luck. That video is gone. We can't do anything about it. So businesses want you to wait. They want you to not do anything immediately because they want this evidence to just disappear. They want the case to be worse for you. They're trying to protect their pockets. If you hire a lawyer immediately, they'll make sure that that does not happen. They'll make sure that your evidence is protected so that your case is protected so that you are protected and you get the insurance benefits that you deserve. So you set your case up, then you deal with just treating. Take care of yourself. You heal that broken arm. You go get that surgery if you need to and put a plate and screws in there. And then you let the lawyer do their lawyering and get you paid. Ask the insurance company for money on your behalf. They're going to follow up with everybody involved. They're going to subpoena witnesses. They take the keys and drive if you let them. But it is so difficult to go backwards if you have not talked to a lawyer immediately. So, if you get hurt at a business, number one, you are not hurting that business by filing a claim. Their insurance is there for that reason. Number two, if you do get hurt at a business, reach out to a lawyer immediately. It'll protect yourself, it'll protect your case, it'll protect your insurance benefits. If you have any questions, God forbid, if you fall at a business and you get hurt, reach out below. Our information is down there. We will do a free case evaluation and make sure you have all your questions answered. But before I let you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button and follow along. I want to make sure that all my clients are so well informed on all these issues that are so important to know before you go through them. So thanks so much for joining. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.